can see me clearly and you can hear my voice clearly? If yes, then please, some of you write it in the question and answer box so that I can see that it is clear to you all. Okay. And second thing, I hope that all of you are fit and fine and taking care of yourself and your family members. Okay, perfect. So I've got three answers of yes. That means my voice and video is clear. Perfect. Thank you so much, everyone. Now, how are we going to conduct the session? So basically, this is an introductory session for class 2 to 5, where I will introduce you to the program, that what is the program, what are we going to do in the program, and what is the benefit of this program. Okay, what are all the components of the program? All right. First, I'll explain to you all those things, and then at the end, I'm going to take your queries related to the sessions and the program. Okay, so that so you can share the same in the question and answer box. And even during the session, if you have any question, if you want to share anything or ask anything, feel free to mention it in the question and answer box. I'll pick it up from here and then I'll answer your question. Okay. All right. So I welcome you all to this session of astronomy, the virtual scholar camp that is dedicated for astronomy and space. Now, before we move forward, a lot of times I am asked this question that you guys do a lot of things in the field of astronomy and space science, but why should one do it? I mean, what is the need of it? And there's a simple answer to this question: because this is the future. This is the famous line by Captain Sunita Williams, and I hope that you all know her, right? She is the second woman of Indian origin to go into the space. She has a lot of records in her name, and she has said this line that space is future. Get involved. The times that we are facing and looking forward in the future in next 10 to 15 years, the space and astronomy science are going to make a lot of progress. It is going to create a lot of jobs, a lot of opportunities, right? All over the world, there are new things happening daily in the field of space and astronomy. I'm sure you all know about SpaceX, right? That organization is working on making it possible for us to send humans to planet Mars, to settle colonies on Moon, right? Back at home in India, ISRO is doing some amazing work, right? We are working to launch the first Indian human space flight in next 2 years. Other than that, there are a lot of new companies coming up. So exciting things are happening in the field of space and astronomy, right? And you guys need to be trained so that when you pass out of your college, you have the necessary skills to go for it. All right. And then the question comes that what is astronomy? Like we all keep talking about astronomy, space science, but what exactly it is? Okay. So if you define astronomy, it's basically a natural science that deals with the study of objects which are out there in space. I mean, when you go outside at the night time, when you just look up at the sky, you will see stars, planets, moon, sun. No, not the sun, galaxies, nebula, right? All those objects are part of the space. We call them celestial objects. So when you study about the celestial objects, that is what we call as astronomy. And it plays a very crucial role, a very important role in our day-to-day life. Astronomy is the reason that we are capable, that we are interacting with each other, even when we are not in the same room. Forget about the same room, we are not even in the same city, right? We might be at different place of the country. Okay, so astronomy has made us capable of doing this thing. It is everywhere. Your day and night cycle, it is related to astronomy. Seasons related to astronomy. Earlier times when we did not have calendar, so people used to keep a track of the seasons with the help of the stars, with the help of the position of the sun. So the concept of calendar also came from astronomy. The concept of time, you all knew today that at 12 o'clock, this session is about to start. How did you get to know that it's 12? Maybe you checked your mobile phone or maybe you checked your clock, right? But when we did not have these things, we used to keep track of time with the help of sundial, with the help of the sun moving in the sky. And if we talk about today's time, there are so many things that we use daily in our life that is happening because of astronomy and space science. For example, mobile phone, it works on satellite. Let's say you want to go somewhere, you book an Uber or Ola, right? Or you need map. So they work on GPS. Again, a system of satellites, right? Your, just today, some of the states of India are going, facing a cyclone, but we knew about the cyclone a lot of days back. We knew about it 5 to 6 days back. Okay, that on 18th of May, this cyclone is going to strike these many cities. How did we get to know? With the help of the weather satellites. And how were we able to place satellites in space? Because our ancestors, other people, they did astronomy and space science, and they made us capable of doing things. Many of you drink Tang or Rasna powder, right? You know one thing, that they were initially developed for the astronauts. You know about Velcro strips? They were made for astronauts. Adult diapers made for astronauts. So many things that are part of our daily life, but initially made for astronomy and space science. I mean, it's everywhere. But the sad part is that a lot of us are not aware about these things. And we want to change that, right? And that is the purpose of all the programs that we do in the field of astronomy and space science, so that we train you, we give you the skill, and we train you for the future. And one more thing, that almost for 1.5 years, we all are stuck inside home, right? Parents and elders are facing their own problems. But if I talk about students, you all, especially the young students, you need a lot of things to remain active, to remain engaged, right? And that is why we bring you this camp, so that you can dedicate your time to learn something. And at the same time, this is not going to be like a regular class. It is going to be fun class. We are going to listen to stories, we are going to do activities, we are going to do experiments. And at the same time, you are going to learn something new, right? So let's see the components of the astronomy camp, that what exactly are we going to do. So there are 5 major parts of this camp. Number one, there are going to be live interactive sessions. There are going to be 14 sessions in total that are going to be conducted in this camp. So how will those sessions be done? Simply, just like I'm interacting. So right now, you cannot talk to me directly, okay? Because this is a webinar, but the session will be done on a video call, like on Zoom, right? Over there, you can directly coordinate, talk to me, interact with me, ask your question, right? And learn astronomy. So just like over here, the students are doing activities with the educator and astronomer during the session. The same way, you will also do these activities the same way. So which all session will be there? Let's see that. So in total, there are going to be 14 sessions in the camp, okay? And they will be done every day. The duration would be around 60 to 90 minutes, all right? And what all session would we do? So the first session is going to be about the sun, okay, where you all will learn about the sun and various features of the sun. And also you will understand how you can observe the sun safely without damaging your eyes. We cannot look at the sun directly because it's very harmful for our eyes, right? But if you look at it using safe method, you can easily observe it. Then we will talk about the solar system, various members of the solar system. Then we will talk about various cosmic rocks like asteroids and comets. What are they? And what all things we know about them. And then comes light and shadows, where we are going to talk about light, importance of light, and how the shadows are made, and all things related to it. So Ayansh has this question, that what are the topics you are going to cover? Ayansh, I'm telling you the same over here, that which all topics will be covered over here. Okay. All right, moving on. The next one is Earth's eye in space. So, we have a lot of telescopes up there in the space, and one of them is Hubble Space Telescope. So, we are going to learn about that telescope in this session. Then comes tremors, where we are going to talk about geology of different planets, how the quakes happen. And Earth is not the only planet where quakes come. We have quakes on Moon, we have quakes on Mars, and other celestial objects as well. So we are going to discuss that. Then comes cardinal directions, where we are going to understand that what are different directions and what are simple ways to find out the direction. And then we are going to go on the moon and talk about different Apollo missions that was sent on the moon. And the next session, we are going to, talk about marvels of the night sky, the various celestial objects and the constellations that are out there. And then comes Mars Mars exploration, where we are going to discuss about various missions that have been sent to Mars and how we are exploring the Mars. Okay. There's a question, what is the meaning of cardinal? So cardinal directions are basically the four directions that we use, that is north, south, east, and west. They are something that do not change. So they are fixed, okay, and they are universal for all of us. All right. Then comes India on the moon, where we are going to talk about Indian missions that were sent to moon. That is Chandrayaan 1, Chandrayaan 2, and what are the future of Chandrayaan 3. Then we are going to talk about that how is the life of an astronaut? How do they train? How do they live inside the International Space Station in the space? And then we are going to discuss about various celestial phenomena that are going to occur in that month in the session of What's Up in the Sky. And at the end, I'm going to take you on a virtual tour of an observatory. So you are going to understand that which all, how does an observatory operate? What is a telescope? How do they, study the sky, and how do they collect the data, and how do they conduct their experiments? Okay. Now there's a question by someone, Sanjeevni, that is this the syllabus same as that of the last year summer camp? No, Sanjeevni, it is not the same syllabus. This is completely different syllabus than what you did last year. Okay, all the sessions are different than last year. Okay, marvels are something that is very unique and extraordinary. Okay, completely unique and amazing to see. That is what we call as marvel. Now, it's not just the session that you're going to get, the live session, but after every session, you are going to get something to do at home. So there are going to be certain do at home activities, okay, and there are going to be some in session activities as well. So every session you are going to get an activity which you will do after the session, and after that you have to submit the photos or videos of those activities as an assignment. Okay, and in every session you will be getting a handout which will have details and exciting information about the that particular topic, and also there is going to be a quiz, okay, where you will check your knowledge, that how much you have learned about the session. And there are going to be a lot of events for you, so you will get a chance to participate in various competitions and projects, and at the same time win prizes and certificates. And at the end of the camp, you will be getting a certificate. All right. And in case you miss out on any of the session, so don't worry about losing on something, because or you will have access to the recording of those sessions. Okay. So you'll have access to the recording of session, and you will actually have a lot of fun. Those students who were part of the summer camp last year, they understand this thing, that how the camp is done and how it is beneficial for you. The same way it will be beneficial for you as well. Okay. So I have enjoyed taking sessions of various students, and I'm sure that you will also enjoy being part of the summer camp. All right. Now, I'm sure you guys are interested and want to be a part of it. Okay. And you might have a lot of questions in mind as well. So the questions you can please mention in the comment, in the question and answer box. I'll take it from here. And there might be some common questions like the fee for the camp, how you will join the camp, okay, and how you will make the payment. Okay, and what are going to be the dates of the camp, the schedule of the camp, okay, and how you are going to at what time the camp will be conducted. So all these informations will be shared with you by the school. Okay, so you will be I'm sure you have a platform where you get all the information. So all these information will be shared with you directly. Okay, now let me see the questions that you have so that we can take it up. Okay, all right, so there's a question that what is the meaning of observatory? So observatory is basically a place where you place huge telescopes. So they have huge telescopes and lot of instruments over there. And using that, they observe the sky and they conduct various experiments. Okay, so that is what we call as observatory. And it is not that only some people can make the observatory. If you have a telescope, you can make an observatory for yourself as well. Okay. So there's a question in every class there will be quiz. Yes, in every session there will be quiz. All right, for every topic. So how our parent star is the sun? Well, we are going to discuss that part in the session. In the very first session, we are going to talk about that why we call the sun as our parent star. Is there any other, so Anubhav has this question, is there any other planet out of our solar system? Yes, there are a lot of planets outside our solar system which revolve around some other star. We call them exoplanets. Okay, and there are thousands of exoplanets that are out there. Okay, all right, where to submit assignment? Atharv, you will get to know that how you can submit your assignment. Don't worry about that. We'll explain that in the session. Okay. What is Earth's eye in space? Ayansh has this question. So Ayansh, Earth's eye in space is basically a huge telescope that is placed in the space. We call that telescope as Hubble Space Telescope. So in that session, we are going to talk about Hubble Space Telescope. Okay. Guys, if you have any question related to the camp, please let me know. Okay. If you have question related to astronomy, we can discuss that in the session as well. All right. Is there more planets like Earth to live? Yes, Harshvardhan, there are many planets like Earth, but we have not yet discovered them. Okay, and we do not know whether life is possible on them or not. Okay. Okay, Sharayu knows 3 planets outside our solar system. Very nice, very nice. Ayush, you typed M89. Can you tell me what it is? So everyone, I have explained everything related to the summer camp, okay, that we are going to conduct. If you have any question related to it, feel free to mention it in the question and answer box. I'll take it up from there. What is the meaning of Apollo? So Apollo is name of a Greek god, okay, and it is also name of the moon missions that was sent by USA NASA. Okay, so when Neil Armstrong went to space, he actually went in Apollo 11. Okay, so these are the name of the spacecraft. Shrayu, you have said that Make, Maua, and Aries, these are not the exoplanets. They are the dwarf planets inside the solar system. They are not outside the solar system. Rajvardhan has this question, what is the fee? It will be mentioned in the circular or the information given by the school. Okay. How many moons does Jupiter have? It has 79 confirmed moons that we know about. Okay, Zulfikar has this question, difference between meteor and meteorite. So basically, when the space rocks, okay, they enter into the Earth's atmosphere, they burn up and they are seen like shooting stars. Okay, so we call that as meteor. And if the meteor is big enough, so it doesn't burn up in the atmosphere completely and it lands on the Earth's surface, we call that rock as meteorites. Okay, so if it burns up in the atmosphere, we call it meteor. If it lands on Earth, we call it meteorites. Okay, Prakhar has this question. Can we live on another planet just like Earth? It depends on where the planet is and whether it is able to sustain life or not, whether life is possible on that planet or not. So there are a lot of factors. Okay. Ethan has this question. How many galaxies are in space? Well, you can pick any huge number, millions, billions, or trillions. There are more galaxies than that. So we actually don't know the exact number, and it is not possible for humans to calculate the exact number. Hubble Space Telescope. What is Hubble Space Telescope? It's a telescope that is out there in the space. Okay, and more details we will discuss in the session Earth's Eye in Space. Okay. Okay, the last date for submission will also be told by the students. Sorry, by the school. Okay, you will get to know it from the school. Okay, so there are more questions related to astronomy. I'll just leave it here. We'll discuss these questions in the sessions. All right, we'll discuss these questions in the session, not here. Quadrillions, yes, it can be more than that as well. Water on Mars, we have found signs that there can be water on Mars, but still not in liquid form. We have not found water in liquid form yet. Tremors are basically just like we have earthquakes. So there are quakes on another celestial objects as well. So we are going to talk about that. Tremors is basically quakes, just like earthquakes. Sir, who made the first telescope? Well, that is so basically it was actually two very small children, okay, just like you guys, who gave the idea of the telescope, okay, and then basis that idea, there was an optician, okay, Hans Lippershey, who made the first model of telescope, and then Galileo was the one who pointed it towards the sky for the very first time. Okay. Why does not the ring in Saturn rotate like a wheel? They do. They rotate along with the planets. They do. Saturn has more moons as compared to Jupiter. So Saturn has 81 and Jupiter has 79 confirmed moons. More question, more question. Okay, 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 okay. All right. So, guys, there are many questions coming related to astronomy. All right. So, we will hold these questions until the session. Okay. Because if I answer all your questions right over here, then there is no point of the sessions, right? So, we will keep these questions as surprise for that moment. Okay. When you join the session, at that time, you will ask these questions and these questions will be answered. Okay. When will the quiz will be held? Okay, the quiz will be held after this session. Okay, it will be explained to you that how you can attend the quiz and how you can answer the question. It will be explained to you in the session itself. Let me see if you have any more questions related to the camp. Okay, again, another question related to astronomy, meteor, meteorite, and asteroids. Again, I'll stop you here on this. This is part of Cosmic Rocks, so I'll ask you to wait until that session. And in that session, we will cover this question. Okay? Let me know if you have any more questions related to, astronomy camp. I'll take it here. What is the fee? The fee will be announced by the school. Okay, so the school will let you know that how much is the fee, where you can make the payment, and what is the date of the payment. Okay, and same is true for the schedule as well. The schedule, the date of the classes, the time of the classes will be told to you by your school only. Okay. Mars has just two moons, Phobos and Deimos. What is under the Neptune? I mean, inside, if you mean inside the Neptune, that it is just all gases, and then at the center of it, there is a solid core. Okay. What happens if we fell in Jupiter? We'll just keep falling down inside it until we meet the core, if we survive until that time. How many dwarf planets are there in the solar system? I'm not actually aware about the known numbers, that how many have we discovered, but there are more. There'll be marks for quiz. Yes, there will be marks for quiz, but that will only be visible to you. So it will not be on a public platform that everybody will be able to see. Why Jupiter has more gravity? Again, it's related to the size and its rotation speed. Are all galaxies inside one planet? No. Galaxies are huge. There are billions of stars out there, and planet is or non-existent in front of it. There's a question that the group range is from 2 to 5. So are we going to have separate groups? Ma'am, then groups will be decided by the school. So if we have enough numbers, we might divide them in 2 batches. If not, then they will be combined in a single batch. And do not worry about the content of the classes, because we have done it the same way last year as well. Okay. And we got a positive response. The students understood everything because the content is delivered in such a way, and the content of the session is in such a way that it is understandable for the student of class 2 as well as class 5. Okay. So the educator takes care of it, that all the students understand everything and all the objectives of the session are met. Who discovered Pluto? Tombow. There was an astronomer, an astrophysicist. I forgot his first name. His last name is Tombow. So he was the one who discovered Pluto. Ayan has to say there are 5 dwarf planets. No, Ayan, there are more than 5 dwarf planets. I don't remember the exact number. Okay, but there are more than 5, definitely. Okay, again, questions related to astronomy. I'll stop you there. Okay, there's an interesting question, sir. Who figured out that Pluto was in our solar system? Tombow. I don't remember his first name. The last name is Tombow. So he was the one who discovered Pluto. Okay, so I guess that is it. You don't have any more questions related to the camp. All the questions are related to astronomy. So we will answer these questions in the camp session. So you can ask the respective educator, either me or someone else, whoever will take the session. So you can ask them and they will be able to answer all your queries. Okay. So I guess that is it. I wish to see you all in the summer camp. Okay. I hope that you guys love the concept and you will, you all will take part in the sessions. All right. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining in. If you have further question, you can contact your teacher. Okay. They will reach out to us and we'll answer those questions. All right. So thank you so much, everyone. Sir,
yes, Tarun. Tarun, thank you very much. So everybody, you can watch this recording session on our YouTube channel and our Facebook page as well. So see you soon in the camp.